Our whole show today is to talk about the underlying tension between women of color and white women. And my first guest tackles the tension head on in her new movie, Antebellum, a movie that has sparked the difficult conversation about race, which is exactly where we are today. Gabourey Sidibe is co-star, and she stars as Dawn, an unapologetic woman who isn't afraid to stand up and tell it like it is.
Enjoy your dinner.
No.
Sorry, I think what my friend is trying to say is that...
Actually, babe, I got it. This table is 100% not acceptable, and I think that you know that, don't you? Becky. Listen, I'm actually not gonna go back and forth with you about exactly why this table is unacceptable. You're gonna seat us over there. Thank you so much, Rebecca. You're doing great.
Joining us from her home in Los Angeles is Gabourey Sidibe. Congratulations on this. Good to see you. I'm going to tell you, I haven't seen anything like this movie. You, Janelle Monáe, the performances across the board. What was it like? Because I know you have a wide range of friends, a diverse group of friends, but this tapped a nerve. First of all, how do you describe it, and what was it like on that set?
Actually, so the movie was kind of filmed in two different segments. Janelle was on the plantation 5 weeks before I got there. So when I got there and we were shot in New Orleans, it was, it was all freakum dresses and hotels and, and dinner. And it was actually, I think, probably a much more easy set to be on. So we had a blast. I love New Orleans.
Well, everybody does. But your scene, though, in that restaurant was a very powerful scene for your character. And that situation, I think, resonated with a lot of women of all backgrounds.
Yeah, it's just, we face quite a few microaggressions as we go through our day. Being a woman, on top of that, being Black and being a Black woman, it's like, it's death by paper cuts. Everything is a microaggression. If I'm getting on a plane, I'm standing in the wrong line. I should be in the back. It's, it's kind of never ending. People ask me how my mom invented my name, as if my name isn't real and as if I don't have a father. We deal with it quite a bit. And so it's really, really great and powerful to address these sort of microaggressions that actually are hurtful on screen.
It's interesting, your character, again, you're in a scene in a restaurant and she's hit on by a bartender who happens to be white. You have taken to social media as of late to share that you've fallen in love. I follow you on social. The cat, well, I don't want to say love. I don't want to put anything, that you're in a relationship. I don't know. Oh, that was news.
Yeah. It's so funny.
That you have someone in your life who is not Black, and you've been open about that. My husband is Jewish. I'm open about that. When you look at that character and that scene there, and some of the things I'm sure you've heard about interracial relationships and dating, did you take any of that into preparing for that role and in that scene?
Not necessarily, because it's not as if my character, Dawn, is actually dating this man.
Right.
And he sends over a drink and there's like a bit of a flirtation. And, it was a scene between a man and a woman. I didn't think about it being a Black woman versus a white man, just because.
Well, that's interesting, because the whole movie is about Black and white, that you wouldn't think about it because that's the whole premise of this film.
That's correct. The whole movie is about Black and white, but Janelle's part of the film as Eden, where she is trapped on a plantation as a slave, is happening in a different universe than Dawn is happening. And, she's actually not aware of any of that stuff, and race doesn't really mean anything specifically to Dawn. And so I couldn't take any of that other stuff in. I just had to play that moment and that character. And
I love that part of that character, because a lot of times people assume that when you're Black, everything is about race, that every experience you have in life is about race. And you just said with that character, at least her, she's oblivious to some of these other things that are happening. That's fascinating.